Gugu Mbatha-Raw tells us more about Judge Renslayer, her character in Disney Plus's Loki.
LOKI Laufeyson, I sentence you to be reset.
You ridiculous bureaucrats will not dictate how my story ends!
It's not your story, Mr. Laufeyson. It never was.
So I was just looking over all your different things you've done in your career in film, television, everywhere. How is this different for you? Because even just the morning show, this is such a different thing for you. But how is it kind of jumping into the MCU and the Loki universe?
Oh, it's been really refreshing. I mean, that's what I really love about this job, is that you get to sort of inhabit all these different worlds. And I think for me, as you say, coming from something like the morning show to the Marvel universe, you couldn't really get more of a palate cleanser, really. I mean, it's a completely different world, and it keeps me invigorated and excited and interested to be inhabiting, these different worlds. And when it comes to Loki, such a beloved character, I knew that it was going to be a lot of fun.
And people that know the comic books, and I'm not one of them, but I know people know these characters well, and they know Renslayer from past incarnations in the comics. Should they leave those expectations at the door, or is there some of that may pass into the series about the character?
I mean, I think for me, it was about sort of making a fresh discovery of Renslayer, because it's sort of her origin story, this part of Loki. So, I think that obviously people know and love her from the comics, and that's great. But I think what we're doing is sort of predates the comics. So there was a bit of freedom there to be a bit creative, and also the world of the TVA is sort of new to everyone on screen. So that's where we sort of put most of our energy into sort of establishing that world and building that world of the TVA.
Mobius is very excited about Loki because he's studied him forever. What's Renslayer's thoughts about Loki? Is he a nuisance? Is she also fascinated? What's her take on him?
Oh no, she has no time for him whatsoever. I actually think that he is completely, can't be trusted. Is a waste of time, a rule breaker, a slippery fish, and she doesn't really want to have anything to do with him apart from get him processed, get him off her desk, and next case. That's sort of her philosophy.
Okay. And how would you describe her relationship with Mobius? Because you see a couple interactions with them, but what's their relationship?
Well, they have a very long-standing friendship, and that's been part of the fun. Working with an actor as sort of comically gifted as Owen Wilson, is that they know each other really, really well, but essentially Renslayer is his boss, and she gets to approve the missions, she gets the final say, and he's an agent that works for her. So there's that sort of interesting dynamic of he sort of knows her really well enough to be a bit cheeky enough to kind of charm his way into getting what he wants, but at the end of the day, she's also, as much as she has a soft spot for him, she also has a lot of responsibility. So yeah, they've been fun scenes to work on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure to check out new episodes of Loki every Wednesday on Disney Plus.